Good evening. My name is Angry Roach. You can also call me Derek or just Roach. And I will be running a mini campaign of sorts. More likely run across 4 sessions. And tonight we are going to get started with that mini session. We will be introducing our characters here in just a few minutes. But I hope you guys have fun. And we're going to go ahead and get started. So it's been several days travel aboard the Knotted Pearl, a ship that you've out passage on from Neverwinter. Your journey has been relatively uneventful, but the island that is now visible off the bow promises rare wonders. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the island that you guys are sailing for. So you guys are coming in from this direction, and your goal is to hit Dragon's Rest right here. You'll be visiting some other places, but your main goal is to visit Dragon's Rest right here. Seaweed shimmers in countless brilliant colors below the sea, and rays of sunlight defy the overcast sky to illuminate the lush grass and dark basalt rocks of the island. Avoiding the rocks jutting out from the ocean, your ship makes its way towards a calm harbor on the island's north side several miles away. After some time, a large open-air temple comes into view. Perched on the edge of a cliff high above you, you have plenty of time to admire this towering statue at the center of the open-air temple, depicting a wizened man surrounded by 7 songbirds. A long path winds up the side of the cliff to the temple, dotted along the way with doorways cut into the rock. As you make your way to the harbor, why don't you guys take a moment to introduce yourselves to each other? I mean, don't everyone talk at once.
I'm Gerald. I'm a human fighter. I was sent on this journey in the hopes for that I could gain some knowledge of power to help my village that is under siege.
My name is Elcor. I am a deep blue dragonborn cleric. I work in a library, and I love to read. I am on my way over here to explore a dark feeling that I'm getting coming from this area.
I'm Iolo Morgana. I am from a wealthy family, but I wanted to escape the strict confines of responsibilities and write a book about a hero. So I'm here to find a hero to write about. Also a halfling bard.
I am Mako, the half-orc barbarian. My reason for visiting the island is to venture into the world and prove my worth to become the leader of my community.
And speaking on behalf of Mitch, I'm playing Gwai here, a gold dragon paladin who treats life a little bit too irreverently to hide his inner pain and tortured past. He seeks a shaman who can speak to the dead. So, as the introductions come to a close, you glance up at the sky, and you notice something strange happening high above a monastery on the south part of the island. There, 2 creatures are locked in a vicious battle, each with scales that gleam in the fading light. One of them has eyes that seem to crackle with electric energy. You watch in awe as it rears its head and unleashes a devastating burst of lightning at its opponent. The other bronze-scaled creature dodges the attack with an incredible display of agility and responds in kind. But instead of more lightning, a powerful gust of wind and energy shoots out, sending the other hurtling backward. As the creature struggles to gain its footing, it lets out a deafening roar that echoes through the island below. It charges forward, determined to overcome its opponent. The two creatures circle each other in the air, their wings beating powerfully as they vie for the upper hand. You can feel the intensity of the battle even from where you stand atop the ship. Finally, the creatures both extend their jaws and unleash another burst of energy. This time, the blasts collide with a deafening explosion that rocks the very air around you. Lightning and wind shoot off in every direction. You can't see anything through the blinding glare of light. As you regain your sight, you can see that the bronze-scaled creature looks on in shock as a bolt of electricity makes its way towards your ship. The other creature takes advantage of the chaos and makes a final devastating attack as the bolt of electricity tears through your ship. The last thing that you see before darkness overtakes you is the masts falling down to a non-existent center of the ship and sailors hurling themselves into the crimson-stained water below. So, you're not sure if it was minutes, hours, days. You have no idea how much time has passed. The only thing you can feel is the cold water lapping up against your face. Your eyes begin to flicker open, and you can feel the grit of sand in your teeth. It seems as though you have made it to the island, just not necessarily how you intended. What do you do? So just so you know, I'm sorry, you were about to talk. Just so you know, this is the beach. So I'm going to show you another picture that will help you kind of acclimate yourself. So this is the main part of Dragon's Rest that you'll be seeing, maybe, if it'll load. There we go. This is the main part of Dragon's Rest that you'll be seeing here in just a little bit. But down in the lower left-hand corner where you guys are, that path leads up from the beach where I just showed you. So you guys hit the beach, and then you'll eventually get up that path. But, so just so you, and then I'll explain everything as I go along, but just so you guys are aware, so you guys want to head this direction down here towards the path. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, that's just wonderful. I paid 5 gold for this book, and it's already sopping wet.
Iola's checking her bags and fussing over her wet papers as well.
I'm gonna stand up and say, well, that was rather unpleasant.
Well, who are you? I don't remember you from the introductions.
One such as myself doesn't have time for introductions, but my name is Roland. I'm a high elf wizard, and I've come here seeking some knowledge.
I am so sorry, Brad.
Nah, we RP'd it, bro. It's good.
So Mitch says he spits out his sand and says, ugh, not the best breakfast I've had, but not the worst.
I'm gonna look at Mitch, and I don't doubt that for a minute.
Ooh.
Did you perhaps roll off the ship onto the land?
So as you guys can see, you guys are surrounded by the broken pieces of the ship that you came in on. You guys can move your characters. So are you guys gonna start moving your way into the island? Away from the water?
Sure, why not?
Now, why are we headed this way?
Because you all are heading towards Dragon's Rest.
Well,
How
the
do I know
reason
that?
I'm heading this way is because the thing that just blew our ship up is the other way.
Also, there's
So-
a path.
As you guys wait right there. As you're about to leave the beach and start your climb, you hear a ruckus of splashing and a wet, gurgling moan from behind you. 6 figures shamble up from the water's edge. Oh, come on.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Get away from the water. Look at what these things are coming at us.
They are dressed as sailors, but their skin is gray and they look drowned. Seawater drools from their slack mouths as they lurch towards you. And everyone roll for initiative.
Great big old 12.
Hey, that's a nice 12 you got this,
I'm a little slow in my old age.
Mako got 9.
How does one manage to do that, by the way?
Hmm?
How does one roll in this?
Oh, from your character sheet?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you just click
Go
on
back
the
over
initiative. Yeah. Mine's super slow again.
Yeah, so just click on the box that says initiative.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I'm rolling for all the zombies, just saying.
I know how that goes. I usually just get like a handful of d20s and roll them.
Yeah. Yup.
Alright, so now we have Elcor with a 12.
The old man goes first.
We have Iolo with a 23.
Okay.
We have Moko with a 9.
It would be Mako.
Mako. Okay. We have Boy here with a 3. And Roland with 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're missing one. Elcor, Iolo. Gerald also had a 12. Okay, so Gerald and Elcor, what is your Dex score? Dex modifier.
Gerald has a +3.
I got a +1.
Okay, so that means that Gerald will go before Elcor. Alright, so we're starting off with Iolo. What are you gonna do?
Let's see. Wait, hold on. Grab my character sheet again. I think she's gonna try to do. Actually, I'm gonna try to cast Sleep.
You're gonna try to cast Sleep?
Yep. I'll just center it on. Just in the group.
Like here.
Yeah. Not. I'm not sure how to cast a spell from here.
I think you.
Well, it's Sleep is has a 90-foot range. So as long as
Yeah,
you can
20
be placed
foot.
within 90 foot. Yep.
So I roll 5d8s. And
So there's not exactly 20 feet for all of them.
yeah,
So,
I mean it just put it
Well, if she puts it like right in the middle of 3 and 4, it would hit all of them.
no, because hold on a second.
it doesn't matter how many I hit because it's only going to affect maybe 1 or 2 anyway.
Oh, never mind. You're
depending
good.
So it's
Yeah.
just gonna take what I roll. It'll apply to the one with the lowest HP first, and if it hits the HP, then it'll put it to sleep and then move on to the next one.
Okay.
But I don't. Not seeing.
All right. Before you cast that and waste a spell slot, I'm gonna be nice to you like Beard was to me.
Oh wait, hold
Read
on.
the spell.
Does it?
Read the spell.
Does it not affect? Oh, it doesn't.
Undead,
Well,
and
never
creatures
mind, I'll
immune to
cast
being
Vicious
charmed are
Mockery.
not affected by this spell. All right, that's good. I was going to be I was gonna let you cast it and just be like, nothing seemed to
Well, I
happen.
couldn't,
Then I was
yeah.
like,
I couldn't cast it anyway.
but then I was like, Beard was nice to me, so I'll be nice to you.
So I'll just attack Zombie 6
Zombie 6.
with a whole 3.
All right, so must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw, and Zombie 6 rolls a 6, so it fails.
So it takes 3 damage.
points of damage.
Hold on. Plus my ability modifier. Or it does not apply that. It should be a 3.
All right,
Is that
let me
what
look
it's
at
like?
something.
Yeah, so it should be. I don't know why it didn't apply the modifier, but it's +3, so it should be 6.
According to the spell, it does not include your ability modifier. It just says it must be. I'm looking at Vicious Mockery, and it says it must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or take 1d4 psychic damage.
Oh, hold on. Sorry, I had Healing Word. What? Yeah, oh my gosh. Okay. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
The D&D Beyond is weird. Okay, yeah. So 3 damage.
Yep, 3 damage, and it has disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
Yeah.
So to reflect that, I'm going to put a black circle around it to denote that it has disadvantage. So is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that'll be it.
All right. Well, it just so happens that Zombie 6 is next. So it has disadvantage on the attack, so it's going to run up the first thing it sees, and it's going to attempt a slam attack against Mako. And it's going to critical fail.
Nice.
Exactly.
So it's going to do absolutely nothing. Next up is Zombie 1. And it is also going to run up to Mako and attempt to do a slam attack as well. And that is going to be a 13. Does a 13 hit?
13 does not hit.
All right, so that is the end of Zombie 1's turn. Roland, you are up.
Mako's turn.
Not Roland. Sorry.
I was gonna say, dang.
Not Roland. Gerald.
Not glad I
Gerald
fell
would
asleep
like to
for a
go
minute.
for zombie number 6.
Okay, what are you doing to Zombie number 6, Gerald?
I will be attacking him with his rapier.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Why is it not letting me?
Is I wonder if the weapon thing is still messed up. But I mean, this isn't roll 20.
Right.
Yeah,
it
it
shouldn't be an issue.
shouldn't matter.
Let me reload the page real quick and see if that works. No, ATT found.
Roll a d20 to see if you hit, and then you should be able to click damage and it roll for you. Right? Yeah. Ignore that. I was testing something.
Could someone roll a d20 for me?
Gotcha.
And then it's a +5.
If you took my good roll,
17 will definitely hit.
And then it's a 1d8 +3 for the damage.
want me to roll that for you?
And you're attacking zombie 9, looks like.
4 +3.
7.
Yeah, 7
7
damage.
damage.
7 damage. Alrighty. It is, I mean, so you did 7 points of damage. Next up is, let's see here, that was Gerald. Next up is Elcor.
All right.
Sorry, before Elcor, Gerald, did you have any bonus action that you want to do? Because you get an action and a bonus action.
That should be all.
Now, Gerald, sorry.
All right. So, Elcor is going to look at zombie number 6 and say, "Back, fire beast!" and cast Sacred Flame, which is a DC 13 Dex save.
Okay. It gets a -2 to Dex, and it rolled a 4, so that's going to give me a 2. So it definitely fails.
Okay, so that is 2 radiant damage.
Okay. Let's see here. Let me double check something real quick. Okay, so you can tell that the damage that you did is a lot more than you thought it was. You said it's 4 radiant damage?
2.
2.
Yeah. So much damage.
Still, you can tell that it was a lot more than you thought it was.
All right. In that case, I don't know what anybody has, but I will yell out, "These are unholy. Do holy damage if you can." And I will get up to... Oh, maybe. There we go. I'll move up to here, and then I'll end my turn.
Okay, so after Elcor, it is going to be Roland with an 11. Roland?
Sorry, I'm gonna sidestep right here because that should be a clear line of sight. Is that a clear line of sight to zombie 5?
Yes.
Okay. All right, and then I'm going to shoot firebolt at zombie 5.
Cool. Let's see here.
I think that hits.
A 23? Yeah, definitely hits.
Just, you know. What is a fucking damage roll?
3 points of, I believe it's fire damage.
Correct.
This thing is not looking good. Oh wait, you went for zombie 5, didn't you?
Yeah, and they're in the water.
Didn't mean it's open still.
Starting a crab hole.
All right, so is that all you're doing, Roland?
That is all I'm doing.
Mako, you're up.
Mako don't like zombies. Not would like being attacked.
Correction, zombies no like Mako.
Tis true. Tis true.
Feelings mutual.
Mako's going to attempt to hit zombie number 6 with their great axe.
Do it.
It did not work.
Man, I don't know what is going on with D&D Beyond lately. Some stuff is just not rolling.
You need me to roll a d20 for you?
Somebody might have to roll for them.
It's a
Yeah.
+5 modifier.
All right.
Well,
11 plus 5 is 16. Yes, that will hit.
Alright. Roll damage. It did not roll.
what is the
What?
damage?
It would be a 1d12 plus 3.
Things are like great axe or something.
Yeah, I'm using like great axe.
4 plus 3 would be 8. All right, so that was 8 points of damage. So you watched her bring this great sword down and plunge it in the chest of the zombie, and it hits the ground. And then after a moment, it rises back up from the ground.
Mako don't think zombies can die.
All right, so next up is zombie number 5. And zombie number 5 is going to shamble down here and take a shot at Gerald.
I have a quick question.
Hey, what's up?
With the zombie rising like that, would we notice any, would I be able to, determine anything? Like, if we should run or not?
All you determine is that whenever it took the damage, it stayed down for a moment and then it came back up. You do notice that it is barely alive. It
Okay.
is on its last legs. It's barely clinging to life. Well, to unlife.
Oh,
So, let's see here. Gerald, will an 11 hit you?
No.
Okay, so next up is zombie 4. Let's see here. What's the distance? Okay, so it is going to go here. It can't quite get to Gerald. And same for zombie 2. It's going to try to get over here, but it can't quite because it only has 20 feet of movement. So now, go ahead here. You're up. Oh yeah, I forgot. Alright, so he's gonna rub his head, say it's too early for this stuff, and take out his halberd, and lumber over to zombie 4 and lunge with it straight in the chest, aiming to pin it down. Alright, give me an attack roll then. If it's not working, let us know. We'll have somebody roll a flat d20 for you. $13 will hit, and you're targeting zombie 4.
that was a damage roll.
Oh, that was the damage. You need to roll a
Hit
d20 for the
/DC.
halberd first. Yeah, the hit /DC first.
I shouldn't
An
have said
8.
anything.
An 8 will hit.
Oh yay!
Okay.
So 13 points of damage to zombie number 4. And just a reminder, Guy, here that when you're using your two-handed halberd, you won't be using a shield. So it's either the Morning Star and shield that I gave you, or just the halberd with no shield. So just keep that in mind, please. All right, so remove the shield and you lose a couple points of AC since you're just running around with a two-handed weapon. Now the question is, you landed on the attack. Did you want to add a divine smite to this? Because you still can. Did you want to burn a spell slot and add a divine smite to this? Wait, hold on a second. I may have spoken. You think not for now. Let me verify. I may have spoken out of turn. Let me double check something.
I don't think he gets it yet.
Yep, that's it. I was just thinking.
Yeah.
I may have. Yep, never mind. You don't get it yet, so forget I said anything.
Next level.
All right, so next up is I'm getting ahead of myself. I forgot that paladins don't start with divine smite. Next is zombie number 3, and he's just going to come up and join the crowd because he doesn't have very much movement speed. And now we're back up to the top of the order with Iolo.
Okay. So let's see. She's gonna target zombie 1 with vicious mockery again. So
Zombie 1 down here.
yeah.
Because the last one you targeted was zombie 9.
Well,
zombie
6. I
6.
know, but 6 is nearly dead.
Okay, so you're going to target zombie 1.
Yep. So it needs to do its saving
Wisdom
throw.
Saving throw. And at wisdom, it's getting a negative. Oh, it actually rolled a crit. So
Crit success? Or
yeah, crit success.
rude.
That is rude.
Sorry.
So she's
So
actually
nothing
gonna
happens.
back up a little bit
Alrighty.
and stop there.
Zombo 6 is going to attempt to slam attack on Gerald. That'd be a 6 plus 2 was an 8 hit.
An 8 will not hit.
Okay. I'm sorry, it's a 9 plus 3. 9. Will a 9 hit?
No.
Okay. Next up is Zombo 1, and it will attempt to slam Mako. It'll be a 12 plus 3 is 15. Does a 15 hit?
A 15 does hit.
I had to give it
Alright.
disadvantage, sorry.
You're right. That gets disadvantage. And on disadvantage, it rolls a 9.
No, it didn't. It didn't hit, so it saved.
Yeah, I got a 15.
Oh yeah, then you're I don't.
I
it
said I
doesn't
tried to give
disadvantage.
it disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Never mind. So it did hit. So then I need to roll a 1d6 plus 1, 5 bludgeoning damage from the zombie arms smacking you across the face. To Mako. Next up is Gerald. What you gonna do, Gerald?
Gerald is going to attack with the rapier again.
Okay. Are you attacking zombie 6?
He's gonna switch it to... What's the one that's right above number 6? Is that number 5?
Yes, number 5 is this one right here that I'm highlighting.
We're gonna go for that one.
Okay.
Wish you could add the modifiers to the flat dice.
Yeah.
If you click your hit/DC, that'll roll it with the modifier.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do
Some
that.
people's hit/DC is not working. 2 plus
2
What's
plus
your plus?
5.
7. That is not enough. Just short.
That'll be the all.
All right, Elcor, you're up next.
All right, so Elcor has had enough of this swarm and is going to use part of his motion to get up here. Here to there. Let's put him right here.
Okay.
Here to there. Everything's in line. And
Right.
that is a dex save of 12
For all of them?
for all of them.
Ooh,
Awesome.
breath attack.
All right, so. And it's a dex save, and their dex is a -2. So Zombo 1 rolled a 6.
Even
Zombo
better.
2 rolled a 3. Zombo 4 rolled a 10. I'm switching dice. Zombo 4 rolled a 10. Zombo 5 rolled a 3. Golly. Zombo 6 rolled a 7. They all fail. Awesome.
Okay, so they take the full damage. Go ahead and-
Yep. Of
That is 2d6. So that's 7 damage.
nice. Okay, give me 1 second.
Okay.
So I have to-
Use here. That. And that is lightning damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use the rest of my movement to go over here
So that was 7 points of damage.
to all of
Let me
them.
read. Okay, yep. Let me read this right here. All right, so you guys notice that Zombie 1 falls, or Zombie 6 falls again, and this time it does not get back up.
I was a little worried there.
Otherwise, they seem to have some kind of second life.
All right, so next up is Roland.
Alright.
By the way, all of the zombies, the only one that you can tell, Zombie 4 is on its last leg. It's very, very close.
I think I need to move again. Yeah. Or is that still...
You can still hit the zombies from where you are because
Oh,
your
wow.
opponents.
So I'm
You,
casting
you're-
spells, and
Oh,
if they're
that's
in front of me, I don't want to hit them, you know?
yeah, but you are, even though you're level 1, you know well enough that you can hit people without hit enemies without hitting your friends, even if they're right next to them.
I'll
You
say less.
you have that. You have enough control of your spells.
Alright, so I will cast Firebolt again as Zombie
Okay.
4.
Zombie 4,
Mhm.
and then Firebolt that's just an attack, right? Right. Yep.
Yeah. By the way,
18
that-
definitely hits.
That was so close to being a crit one. Made me sick.
How much points of fire damage?
2.
2?
2.
Alright, so Zombie 4
Oh, level 1
drops.
cantrips.
Zombie 4 drops and it's lays on the ground, and then after about a beat you hear
Does it have
it gets
clothing
back
on?
up. Yeah, clothing's on fire, but that's fine.
Ah, okay. I was gonna say, may have made it worse.
Also, the clothing is damp, so maybe you
Oh.
just dried it off.
Yeah. I blow dried him.
Your next
But,
one will
it-
set it on fire.
It drops, and then after a beat, it gets back up. Next up is Mako.
Mako would like to. This zombie one still up, right?
Zombie 1 is still up, yes.
Okay, then
Only
I'm
6 was down.
Mako's gonna take a swing with the great axe again.
Okay.
It's a D20, correct?
Yeah. 18 plus, it doesn't matter. That's a hit.
And then the great axe is a 1d12 plus 3. So 12.
Okay. It is not looking too good. Next up is Zombie 5. And Zombie 5 is going to take a shot at Gerald. It's going to try a slam attack. That's going to be a 13 plus 3 would be 16.
Barely misses.
Barely misses. All right. Next up is Zombo 4 is going to take a shot at Guahir with a 7 plus 3 is 10. Yep, that's correct. So that will also be a miss. Man, I need to switch dice. These suck. All right, so next up is Zombo 2. Zombo 2 is going to come up around the top, and it's also going to take a shot at Guahir. Use the new dice, and that's a crit fail. That one's going in jail. That
Just
dice
throw
is going
all
in
those
jail.
dice away.
Little did you know, I had Will Wheaton stop by your house before we started playing.
Guahir, you're up. You gonna take another shot with the halberd, Guahir? Zombo 2 with a great big overhead swing. Bring my halberd down on it and say, "Yeehaw! Come get some." We roll 14 will definitely hit. For 11 points of damage. Jeez. It is not looking too good. And next up is Zombo 3. And it's going to come up, let's see here. So it's trying to, that's too far. So that's 17. Yeah, so it's going to come up about there. It's trying to get around to get to Guahir, Gerald, Elcor, or somebody, but that's as far as it can get. So next up is Ayolo. So just so you know, Zombo 4, 2, and 1 are the worst off looking ones.
Okay, then.
And for your edification, this is Zombo 1. This is Zombo 4. And this is Zombo 2.
I think I'll target 5
5?
with Vicious Mockery.
Alright, so that's a dex one, isn't it?
Hold on, wisdom, I think. Yeah. it's
Wisdom, that's right. The -2. That's he rolled a 5, which is 3.
Cool. Well, but he only takes 1 damage, but he has disadvantage on the
1
his next
damage,
attack.
disadvantage, and that was Zombo 5.
Yep.
So how are you mocking it?
Your mother smells of elderberries.
Wow, that's some vicious mockery. Next up is let's see here. That was Yolo, so that would be Iolo. Zombo 6 is done. Why are you still in the rotation? You're done. Zombo 1 is going to take a shot at Mako. A 19 plus 3, that'd be 22. I'm assuming that hits.
That does hit.
Five plus 1, I believe it's a +1. Let me double check. Yeah, 5 plus 1 would be 6 bludgeoning damage.
No. Oh my God.
Next up is Zombie 5. We'll take a shot at Gerald. With a 15 plus 3 is 18.
That will hit.
For 6 bludgeoning damage. Zombo 4 is here. We'll take a shot at Guahir. 22. I believe he said it was 16. So Guahir takes 4 points of bludgeoning damage. And Zombie 2 will take another shot at Guahir. Be 11. That will miss. So then, Guahir, you're up. Time for that halberd to come back into play. You're going to take out Zombo 2 again. Taking a moment to give it the finger.
Wait, was it Guahir or Gerald?
I think it.
Because Guahir just went.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. He
Yeah,
hit zombie
Guahir.
2, yelled,
Yeah.
"Keep off."
Iolo, zombies.
So I think it's probably Gerald.
No, he's Gerald, not Guahir. Sorry. Gerald,
Oh,
not Guahir. Ignore Guahir.
Alright.
So, Gerald, you're up.
Which ones are the ones that are looking pretty bad?
That would be,
One
get
and
my ping out. 1, 2, and 4. So 1 right here is looking bad. 2 and 4.
I'm gonna go ahead and go for number 4.
Okay.
There we go. 15.
Yep. That definitely hits.
For 4 damage.
For 4 damage, and that was to number 4.
Correct.
Alrighty. Alright, you see it go down. There's a beat, and then it comes back up. Next is Elcor.
All right. So, Elcor shot his breath weapon off, kind of chuckled to himself, and then starts checking through his book real quick for zombies as a bonus action. And reads off, yells out to the group, "Zombies may be a bit tough, but once they're down, that's it. They can't ever come back, is what my book says. So we just need to make sure they go down one good..." And then looks up and sees Zombie 3 walking towards him, and scatters back, goes, "No, no, 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 no," and is going to cast Sacred Flame at zombie number 3. So,
Got it.
Dex of 13 again.
Dex 13. That's the one that actually has. Nope, it's -2. Yeah. Golly. All the rolls that these things have to do, they get negative. And it rolled a crit 20.
All right.
So it's an 18. So does it do any damage? Does
No,
it do
no
half
damage at all.
So next up is Roland.
All right. Seeing Zombie 1 over there had smacking Mako quite a few times, I'm going to cast Firebolt again at Zombie 1.
Okay. That'll hit.
Hey! Decent damage for once.
All right, so that's 6 damage. You can see it drops. There's a small beat, and then it comes back up.
And that's all I'm doing.
Next up is Mako. Mako, you saw this. You saw right in front of you. Roland shoots off a firebolt, and it hits the zombie. The zombie catches fire, hits the ground, and after a second later, it comes back up. But it does not look good. It looks like it's on its last legs.
Mako is also a little bloodied herself. Was going to burst out into a rage using her bonus action.
Yep.
And then I'm going to swing at him with a great axe again.
Do it.
Towards zombie number 1.
Okay.
13 plus 5.
Definitely hits.
And then 8 plus 3 is 11. For damage.
Okay. So as you sink your great axe into this thing, you notice that it drops again, and you wait a second, and it stays down. It does not get back up.
Mako looks to her fellow, what would they be called? Teammates, I suppose.
Mhm.
And just kind of looks at him and goes, I'm still hurt, but still fighting.
So next up is Zombo 5. And I screwed up earlier, so Zombo 5, Zombo 4, and Zombo 2 already went. So next up is Guahir. That's where I got confused earlier. And I'm going to use Guahir's earlier attack because we're not letting that 21 go to waste. And so Guahir, that hits. So just go ahead and roll damage. So that's 11 to Zombie 2. And as he sinks his halberd into 2, you notice it drops. You wait a beat, and it stays down. So Zombo 2 is dead. And next up is Zombo 3, and it's got a taste for blue dragon flesh. So it is going to, can't quite get there. It's close. It's going to get right about here. It's chasing Elcor. So that's the end of the initiative order. Back up to Iolo.
So Iolo's going to actually target zombie 3 this time with Vicious Mockery.
Okay. That's a
Wisdom.
wisdom saving throw.
Mhm.
Yeah, of course it is. And he rolled a 9, which would be a 7.
Okay, so he gets disadvantage
And
and 2.
2.
Yep.
Alrighty. Next up, 6 and 1 are dead. So next up is Gerald.
He's gonna go for number 4 with that rapier again.
All right,
Hey, there we go.
that's definitely a hit.
Nice.
I fixed the rolling problem.
Huzzah!
Would you like
Great.
to share with your class how you did that?
No.
All right, so you managed to secure a hit. You stab Zombie 4. You wait a second, and it does not get back up. So next up is that was Gerald. Next up is Elcor. Zombo 3 is coming after you, man. It wants some of that sweet, sweet blue dragon flesh.
Yeah, he's not having that, so he's going to use his motion. He's going to go out this way and then come down. So, and up here. And just for the sake of what I've got going on right now, I'll do another Sacred Flame. So 13.
Yep. That fails. So how many points of damage?
That is 4.
All right, Roland, you're up.
All right, so seeing Zombie 3 over here, and know that with Elcor be next to me, he's gonna come this way, obviously. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Firebolt on Zombie 3.
Okay. That'll definitely hit.
Hey.
No.
Is there a plus to that, or is it just straight 6?
Straight 6.
All right, Zombie 3 is not looking good. Mako, you're up. Both the zombies next to you are dead. The closest one that's alive is Zombie 5. Right here.
You can crawl over some corpses.
You can indeed crawl over some corpses if you would like. It's just difficult terrain, so whatever your movement speed is, it would be half that for crawling over the zombies.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna crawl over these zombies right here. Am I able to like squeeze in over here?
Yeah, you can actually go right here if you want to. And if you go here, you'll get advantage on the attack roll because you'll be flanking it with...
Okay. Go ahead and do that. And then, still in my rage, I'm going to hit him with a great axe again.
Do it. That'll hit.
Alright. Aww. And then it's also a +2 because of my rage.
So that's 12 points of damage.
Yeah.
You watch as your great axe sinks into the chest of this thing. It hits the ground. You pull your axe out, and then it gets up and it turns to face you, and it is pissed. And it's going to take a slam attack at you. That'd be 5 + 3 is 8. I'm assuming that's going to miss.
Yes.
All right, Guahir, you're up. And you have advantage because you're flanking with Mako if you choose to attack the zombie. Oh, okay. So for everybody, Spike disabled the Beyond 20 extension and relaunched the map, and that fixed the attack issue. So that Beyond 20 extension that works between D&D Beyond and Roll20, you don't really need it right now. So if you disable that extension and then relaunch the map, you should be able to use all of your weapons and everything just fine. Good looking out, Spike.
I got
And
you.
Mitch, you're up. Can Mitch hear me?
He's typing.
Oh, there's typing. Yep. No, it's not. Well, zombie. Oh, if you want to leave and attack Zombie 3, yeah, because Zombie 3 is way over here. So if you want to leave and go run and attack Zombie 3, that I don't think you can disengage. Hold on a second.
I think
Disengage is a free bonus action, isn't it, Beard?
it is for rogues.
It is for rogues.
quick
Okay,
question though. Would he need
so-
to disengage when Zombie 5 is focused on Mako?
Because it's still within a
Yes, it's
5
still
foot.
within melee
It's
range.
within melee range, so he would still have an attack of opportunity against him if he left the range.
So you would provoke an attack of opportunity if you ran off to attack Zombie 3. But you can tell Zombie 5... Okay, so you're just going to swing like a baseball bat at Zombie 5's head? Yes. Do it.
Are you going to point at the fences first?
With a 19, you better point it at the fences. That's definitely going to hit.
What fences?
What's a fence? It's the D&D world. What's a fence?
I
8 points of
would
damage.
Say there's probably fences in D&D.
All right, so you guys watch as Guahir takes his halberd and just takes a swing, and he connects with this zombie's head and shoots it off its body back into the surf. Zombie 5 is dead. And next up is Zombie 3, and it has a one-track mind. Oh. Yes. So Zombie 3 is going to run over, and it's going to try to get a bite of that dragon.
It does have disadvantage.
2 plus 3 is 5. Yeah, that's right. It rolled a 2 and a 1. So
Yeah.
definitely
Definitely misses.
yes, definitely misses. So next up is back
Lost
with the
an arm
Iolo.
trying to swing at him.
Iolo, you're up.
So she's gonna vicious mockery again.
All right. Roll a 3 minus 2 is 1. How much damage?
2. And he
2
has
damage.
Yep. And he has disadvantage again.
All right. Next up is Gerald.
It's probably not
Gerald,
gonna
how
attack
much movement
again.
speed you got?
Ike?
Oh, I'm sorry. What was that?
How much? It's your turn. How much movement speed you got?
I have 30 feet of movement speed.
Okay, so you can. Let's see here.
I think he can just get there.
Yeah, you can barely get there.
Number 3.
So you're gonna run over attack number 3.
We shall.
Do it.
That's not the person. There we go. Plus
Yep, that
5,
definitely
that's
hits.
19. Oh, wait, no, that's what's plus 5.
9 points of damage.
Correct.
All right, so how do you want to do this?
As I run over, I'm just gonna accidentally trip over the sand I'm running and just thrust straight through him.
Perfect. So you
Make
guys
it look
watch as you guys watch as Gerald runs over screaming, and he's got his rapier out and he's about to attack, and he trips and just plunges his rapier deep into the zombie's chest, and the zombie just looks at him and then drops and doesn't get back up. And by the way, the sucky thing about these zombies is just want to share with you guys this thing called Undead Fortitude. If damage reduces the zombie to 0 hit points, it must make a Constitution saving throw of 5 plus the damage that it was taken. Unless the damage is radiant or critical hit, on a success, the zombie drops to 1 hit point instead. So that's why they kept dropping and then coming back, because it's just whatever damage it was, they kept making that Undead Fortitude. But you guys have successfully taken care of the zombie threat. Congratulations.
Hooray.
Seeing the zombie drop, Elcor's gonna look down, grab his book, and go, "Bad zombie," and smack it over the head, and then going to walk over to Moko and is going to cast Cure Wounds on her. For 11 points of healing.
Nice.
Perfect.
All right, so you guys leave the beach after killing all the zombies, head up towards Dragon's Rest, and we're gonna switch maps here. So as you guys can see, Dragon's Rest is a basic long winding path that leads up the mountain. Let me find. All right, so as you see this long winding path with holes cut into the side of the mountain, and you see a statue of a dragon sitting there. And you, as you guys can see, your tokens are down here in the lower left-hand corner. And as you walk up the path, so we're going to say that you guys move up to about here-ish. As you guys move up the path, you'll see several kobolds all along the path. Let me switch back to my page. So as you head up the path to Dragon's Rest, your arrival quickly draws the attention of the entire population of the place, which consists mainly of kobolds. These small reptilian folk eye you curiously, while a couple of humans watch from the distance. You can see that one human kind of peeks out his room here and looks out at you, and there's another human that kind of peeks out of this room and watches you guys. But all the kobolds just seem to come down and almost surround you guys. You can see that they're coming closer. All the closest residents are dressed in simple clothes, and no one carries a visible weapon. As the kobolds get closer to you, they start piping up, "What's your name? Where are you from? What's that? Why are you here?" And they keep just pestering you, and more keep coming down.
Hello, I am Elcor Stillmind. I'm librarian. I'm coming to see what's happening with the island and see how correct this book is that I have that is a little harder to read now that it's been... We were shipwrecked.
Iola holds her hand out to Elcor. Can I see your book for a minute, Grandpa?
I hope that's a term of endearment, but yes, here, absolutely.
So she takes it and casts prestidigitation on it. I said that terribly. And hands it back to him, and it's now dry and clean.
Oh, thank you so much. This will make this so much easier to read. Well, sort of. A few smudges, but it's good. Thank you.
So as these kobolds keep chattering and pressing you with questions and getting closer and closer and louder, suddenly you see this figure coming down the pathway. And yet she is an elderly human woman, weathered brown skin, white hair and tight braids, and kind hazel eyes, dressed in a simple white robe. She smiles, and as she gets near and extends her arms, and you'll notice that as she gets, kobolds immediately quiet down and back away, and they basically treat her with extreme reverence. So they move out of the way as she comes down, and she's just walking slowly and smiling. "Welcome to Dragon's Rest. May Bahamut's guidance lead you to whatever you seek. I am Runara, the leader here of Dragon's Rest. And as she gets closer, she sees why here, and you see that her face immediately breaks into a smile. And she regards you very kindly, and she has a big smile on her face. And then she turns and she's Elcor, and immediately her countenance changes. She stops for a moment, and it almost looks like she brings her staff up in an attack stance. It's for a split second, and then she brings it back down, and she continues welcoming you guys, but she is very wary.
Hello, I'm Elko Steelmind. And who are you?
My name is Runara, and as long as you are peaceful, welcome here.
Oh, well, thank you very much. It's
I
nice.
must thank you all. I must thank you all for taking care of the zombies down at the beach. They've become quite a nuisance.
Oh, we
Mako's just kind
didn't
of
have much of a choice.
They are quite pesky little things, aren't they?
You all are welcome to stay at Dragon's Rest. You may sleep either in these monastic cells here for these rooms that are cut out from the side of the mountain, or you may sleep up in the temple itself. And she points up to the temple that you guys can see up the mountain, way up here. This is the temple, and you guys can see it because the rest of this is mountain. It kind of goes up above you, but you can see it's like an open air temple.
Okay.
So if you guys have any questions for her or anything, you guys are free to explore the cells. These two, once Runara came down, these two humans go back in their rooms, and the kobolds kind of return to what they were doing. Runara having calmed them down, so they go back. You guys are free to inspect anything along here. If you have any questions for Runara, let me know. But you guys are free to explore this area.
Okay.
I'm gonna go straight up to Renara and say, I had a friend send me a letter. Can you take a look at it and maybe provide some guidance?
All right, let me check something else here. This is who is this talking? Is this Gerald? No,
Roland.
This is Roland.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Renara. Let me find it.
Okay. While you're
Maybe.
looking for that, Elcor is going to walk up to the nearest kobold and say, "Hello, friend. You look like a character from one of the books that I've read at the library. Have you ever heard of a Napu?"
No, I know not Napu. My name is Black. Are you trying to steal my dagger?
You have a dagger? No, no.
I do have a dagger.
And he shows you this rather very ordinary looking dagger. Just a standard.
You cannot have it. It's magical. It is mine. This is my dagger. It's magic.
Oh, well, that's absolutely wonderful. I'm so happy for you. Speaking of magic, I'm a little bit tired. What would be the best place to rest?
So Renara comes over and she tells you that you guys can rest at any of the cells. So you left Neverwinter early in the morning. As you came over, about the time you guys got here is about midday. It is now almost sundown, so it's getting towards the end of the day. Let's see here.
So has it reached like 6 or 7 o'clock yet? Because Elcor's geriatric.
It's getting to that point, but you guys, we're gonna just take an hour or two more to explore this here, just a moment. So, back to Brad. So Renara will take the letter. Many have sought the knowledge contained in the Clifftop Observatory, and I can direct you there. But first, you must prove that you're worthy. There are many of the people that I've sent over there have never returned. It was great that you guys took care of the zombies, but I feel that you're still too weak to attempt something like the Clifftop Observatory, especially with that's a conversation for another time. We will discuss that later. And then she just kind of walks away. So, so do you guys want to start exploring the cells, statue?
So Iola is just gonna sit at the base of the statue and pull out some papers and just start making notes.
Okay.
Just gonna like glance up occasionally and stare at her fellow travelers, and then write down some more notes. That's just what she's gonna be doing.
Elcor is going to go in here and take a nap for 15 minutes.
Okay. So you go looking in the westernmost cells. You see a bed, a nightstand, a small desk, and a chair, and cell no one occupying it except now old man Elcor is taking it. Does anyone want to look in the next cell?
If y'all don't mind, I'm gonna go up to this kobold in Draconic and ask if anybody has a great knowledge here that may be of assistance to myself.
That Renara's the smartest. She's smart. She's very smart.
Is there anybody else?
Renara and Tarak and Varnoth. They the smartest.
And where would I find them at?
Tarak is who are you rolling?
Yep.
So Tarak in this room. Tarak, and he points into the room that you guys are right next to.
And Varnoth, she next door.
And with that, I'm just gonna walk away.
So as you walk into the room, you see a human man, late to middle age or so. He has pale skin, tanned darker with many freckles, auburn hair, and a beard that's mostly gray and gray blue. He has faded tattoos and an abstract design that peek up from the side of his neck from beneath his dirt-stained robes, and he looks up from his desk. Ah, you must be our new arrivals. I heard we made swift work on the zombies down below. Bleck will not stop talking about you guys. I must thank you for making this place a little bit safer. The name's Tarak. I'm your resident botanist. I can take care of your potion needs. Granted, things have been a bit rough lately. The myconids over in Seagrow Cave that I usually trade with have gone silent. Something's wrong. There's now some sort of fungal octopus guarding the entrance. Lost my damn boot to it before I could get away. Without the heart-capped mushrooms, I can't make any more potions. Listen, seeing as how you guys took care of those zombies, do you think you could go over to that Seagrove Cave and take care of find out what's going on over there? I need those heart-capped mushrooms. I can't make any more healing potions with.
Potions could be useful. I can see what we can do.
I really appreciate it. Now, there's two ways you can get to the cave. You can take a rowboat around the western side of the island. That should take a bit over 3 hours. Or you can make your way along the coast atop the cliffs. That should take you about 2 hours. Either way, the choice is yours. But the important thing to remember is the time that you head over there. If you get over during high tide, you're going to have to swim through the tunnels to get in. And then Tarak reaches over and grabs a bag and throws it at you. And there's a nasty, foul smell coming off of it. Take that. It's a bag of rotted food scraps. Those myconids go crazy over that. That might help you to... as a gesture of friendship to the myconids. Also, here, and then he hands you 3 potions of healing. These are just basic standard potions of healing. That's the last of my got, so make them count. As soon as you guys bring back some more of those heart cap mushrooms, I can make some more healing potions, but those are my last 3, so...
Thank you. I'll let everybody else know, and we'll see what we can do in regards to this. I'm gonna take that disgusting smelling thing and just come out here and throw it to Gerald and say, "Here, present."
Ooh, I could really use that right about now.
I wouldn't eat it if I were you. We may need that later.
So are you guys gonna... Does anyone want to investigate the statue, or are you just gonna go to the next room?
I mean, Iola's under the statue, so I guess she can investigate it.
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
I should have done that.
Where is Arcana? I mean, it's a flat roll. And give me a minute. My thing's very slow. I need to figure this out.
We believe in you.
I mean, it's going. I think it's gonna be an 18. Maybe. It's lied to me before.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay.
So, taking a closer look at the statue, you recognize that it is a bronze dragon, a member of the metallic family.
Is there that it? It's just
Yeah.
bronze. Okay.
You
I mean, I didn't know if there was
as
like an
you-
inscription or anything.
Oh no! As you guys are looking at the statue, you notice that Renara is kind of eyeing you. Did you have a question about the statue?
Is it any particular dragon, or is it just?
Yes. This statue depicts Astalagan. He is an ancient bronze dragon who died on these cliffs centuries ago.
Hmm. How did he die?
Unfortunately, he was a part of the ongoing conflict between metallic. The word has escaped my mind. Give me a second.
Mako, stay right there.
Between the metallics
Chromatic.
and the chromatic dragons. In fact, the origin of Dragon's Rest is rooted in that name. Ages ago, a fire-breathing red dragon named Sharut rampaged up and down the Sword Coast. 3 metallic dragons joined forces to battle Sharut and imprison her beneath the ocean floor, believing that seawater could quench her fire and keep her bound forever. But Sharut's fury, legend says, caused the undersea volcanic activity that formed Stormwreck Isle. In all likelihood, Sharut is long dead and entombed beneath the island, but chromatic dragons whisper that she lives and will one day emerge from her prison. One fact is undeniable: the powerful magic embodied in such an ancient dragon has left a permanent mark on Stormwreck Isle. It is this magic that has drawn other dragons to the island for centuries. That's one of the reasons that I'm a little unsure about your chromatic friend. And she motions to the room where Elcor's sleeping. For centuries, there's been a war between chromatic and metallic dragons. I'm sure Guahir has experienced this himself.
Yeah, of course, just a harmless old man.
He may seem harmless, but he is still a metallic.
Chromatic.
Sorry, he is still a chromatic. That's gonna mess me up for a while. He's still a chromatic, and so unless he proves himself, I'm still gonna be wary of him. So, would anyone like to visit this next room?
Yes, but
Here.
first, I'm gonna look at Mako, right?
Yes, Mako.
Yeah.
Somebody
I'm gonna-
told me to stop moving.
Yes, I did. I'm gonna hand her 2 of the potions of healing and say, "You may need these more than me."
Perhaps.
So when you guys can add stuff to your inventory. So if you go to inventory and you do a search for potion healing, and I believe it's just a basic potion of healing that'll do like 2d4 plus 2 healing.
Yeah.
Let me see here. You go to manage inventory.
Just the white potion of healing that does
Yep,
the
regular
2d.
potion of healing, 2d4 plus 2 hit points. So whoever be Mako, you can add 2 of those to your inventory, and I think it's Gerald
Roland.
who had Roland had the third one.
No.
And then I'm gonna start walking over here. One sec.
Are you gonna go in this
Yup.
next cell?
If anybody
All
else
right,
going
so
in
as
me?
you
Fine. Right.
No,
Mako's
just
going.
walk into this room, you see a room with typical accommodations, but there's a human woman whose frame is seemingly thinned with age. She has black hair cropped close to her scalp, and her light brown skin bears many scars, one of which runs across her left eye, which is milky and blind. An elegant prosthetic made from wood and metal replaces her right leg below the knee. Surprised you guys actually made it out here. Most of the recent ships that come this way crash on the rocks in the north and are sunk by divers. Speaking of, I actually saw one not too long ago. It was strange. The ship was fine, but most of the way over, but then suddenly abruptly veered off course, crashing. Not much we could do with the zombies around, though. Which I hear you guys fared pretty well against the zombies. All the kobolds won't shut up about it. So, who's talking to her? Roland. What's your background? Like on your character, everyone was to choose a background. You're a wizard, never mind.
Mm-hmm.
Is Gerald with you?
Nope.
Did
I don't
anyone
think
have
so.
Did anyone
Not
have
right
the
outside the
soldier
door of the
background?
Nope.
Under the descriptions, isn't it?
It's description and then background.
I did not.
Okay,
I'm a sage.
Sage.
Hey, me too.
Took the criminal spy.
So, if you guys want to take a look at that shipwreck, you might be able to find some treasure out there. I mean, it's certainly worth a look. Where there's sunken ships, there's usually treasure, and I doubt anyone else is looking.
Sounds like it could be prosperous. Do you have anything you need from us, or anything we could be of assistance with?
Just be nice to the kobolds. They're annoying, but they're not bad. A lot of people don't look at. A lot of people look at kobolds and think they're naturally evil. I mean, these guys are fine. They're annoying a little bit, but especially Blep, that stupid dagger. He thinks it's magic. He just found it one day.
Take candle.
Do what?
Sorry, that was a WoW reference. Not kobold, but still something similar.
Well, I appreciate your time. And we'll see about those shipwrecks. And I'm gonna leave. And then I'm gonna go over here. And this guy's Blip, right? I was standing over here when he said his
Blep?
name.
Yeah, this is Blep.
Yeah. I'm gonna introduce myself to Bleppin. So I hear you have a magic dagger.
As soon as you say magic dagger, he takes a step back and hides it behind his back.
You can't have it. It's mine. I found it. It's my magic dagger. Nobody else can have it.
No, I would just like to take a look at it. I don't want to keep it. I have daggers of my own. But I just wanted to see if I could give you some information in regards to this dagger.
He looks at you, and his eyes get really small.
You're trying to steal Blep's dagger.
And then he just runs away.
Can I do a persuasion check on that though?
A persuasion check?
Uh-huh.
Absolutely. You can do whatever check you want. I just need to check something because I was not expecting somebody to do a persuasion check on Blep. Blah, blah, blah.
Hey, you said magic. I'm a wizard.
I did. I also told you that he thinks it's magic. Persuasion check. So give me a persuasion roll. And how do I combat a persuasion?
I think they have. Oh
It's
no.
just a D20, isn't it? I think it's just a D20.
Yeah.
Persuasion check at 13. And Blep rolls a natural 20. You can
Yeah.
do nothing.
I mean, it
He
makes sense.
saw right through
He
you.
It's
really
a
likes
magic
that dagger.
Yeah.
He does, and
It makes
he
sense.
thinks it's magic. Is anyone going to go into the next room? Which would be this room.
I mean, I'll keep running the rooms. I'm looking for knowledge.
So, looking inside, you don't notice anyone at first, just a ton of cluttered junk and tools. As you're about to finish your scan, you see a pair of wings. One of them bandaged, pops out, followed by a kobold's head.
Oh, hiya! You must be new around here. Did you come for some supplies? I can put together just about anything you might need. Well, for a price.
And what it is exactly that you have available?
And for that, bloop,
Shopping network.
I'm going to post a link into our chat.
Oh god, that opened on a page that does not have.
I've been flashbanged by my
It's just
computer.
basic
Yeah,
stuff.
same.
Just basic stuff. You
Oh,
can
that's
buy.
just for the backpack. Adventuring gear.
You can buy, a lamp, lantern, block and tackle. You can buy a book, just a blank book. You can buy fishing tackle. Just basic stuff. Just remember, you guys didn't start with very much gold, so some of you have like maybe 5, 10, 15 gold, if that. So just keep that in mind.
I have 25 gold. Mm.
Ooh, Rich McGee.
Fancy.
pants.
Yeah, that's
Whoa.
what popped in my head.
She is from a rich family, so
I'm just looking through the list. Sorry.
Nope, it's okay. So the rest of the
Nice.
rooms are pretty much empty except for the final room, or this room. They mainly are full of hammocks that are just about kobold size. But then I'm gonna go ahead and.
Iolo can fit in one of those.
Mitch wanted to talk to Runara. FY.
Mitch, Mitch wants to talk to Renara. All right, Mitch, what do you want to say to my calling is to keep the peace. You already have a single-handed weapon, Mitch.
You wanted two, an offhand.
Oh, okay. Unfortunately, I don't think she sells weapons. It's just like regular gear.
I told him to take a zombie arm.
That's not a. I mean, that could be a weapon, but it's an
It's
improvised
an
weapon.
improvised weapon.
Or a snack.
Gross.
Y'all such haters.
You do you.
I do see a hammer in there.
There's a miner's pick. That could be a weapon.
I seek a shaman who speaks to the dead. Unfortunately, Guahir, I do not know of anyone who can speak to the dead. I've seen a lot of death in my life, and I prefer not to focus on it. Especially since that's why I created this cloister, was to get away from death and to worship Bahamut. All right, so as you guys continue up, like I said, the only two rooms left are this one. These last two are basic rooms. These weird beige banana-looking things are hammocks, and you can see that they're just about kobold size. And the only room you can see is Blep. The only other kobold you can see in a room is Blep, who's cowering in the corner and trying to stay away from people who might steal his magic dagger.
Whoops.
So, let's see here. Renora has actually gone up the mountain back to the temple.
Roach, the only thing I'm thinking that I would... Ooh, that would break the bank. You know what? I will buy a staff. Arcane Focus staff.
A wooden staff.
Yeah, just a staff. So just an Arcane Focus
Okay.
for myself. That'll take 5 gold from me.
Okay. So go ahead and take 5 gold from yourself and add a staff, an arcane focus staff to your... So as you guys move up the mountain or up the path, you'll come up here and you'll round the bend, and I'll just grab Mako here, and you'll see this little house built into the edge here. Elcor, have you woken up from your old man nap? And are you
I will
walking
have,
with the rest of them?
I will have just woke up, and I'll make my way through. And as I pass the statue, I'll look at the book and say, "Oh, it's the statue of Octagon," and just keep walking back through.
I see what you did there.
Jeez, such a tourist.
So you guys come up and you see this building off the side here, and as you walk inside, you see a lever against the wall. A small freestanding building halfway up the path has a peaked roof, weathered wooden. A sturdy wooden pallet wrapped with rope hangs beneath the building. So, sturdy wooden pallet wrapped with ropes hangs beneath the building, and on an iron chain lying flat against the cliff face. And inside the building, if you guys can, the door's unlocked. You can walk in. Inside the building, you see a lever. Is anyone going to pull the lever?
Minecraft music?
Yes.
First of all, I thought I was having a stroke for a minute. I was like, I'm playing Minecraft?
Mako with her childlike curiosity pulled the lever.
So as you pull the lever, you'll notice that pallet drops down to the ocean below. And you can see the wheel in here releases, and it spins, and the rope releases, and it drops that pallet down to the ocean below.
Well, I hope it wasn't full of tea.
Are you gonna operate the winch again?
Mako will pull it back up.
All right. So as you operate the winch, you slowly spin it, and the pallet comes back up, and then you're able to lock it back into place. So you can see that this is used to bring supplies from the surface water up here instead of carrying them all the way up the path.
Can I make a perception check to see if it brought up any fish or lobsters or anything from the ocean?
Yeah. When you can go ahead and roll a perception check. It did not bring up anything, unfortunately. It's just a wet pallet.
Oh, that's not a very good
Mako
fishing
found
rod.
emergency escape.
So as you guys round the corner,
You didn't put bait on it.
just a second. As you guys round the corner, you see in this next opening, you suddenly feel smell a amazing smell, just a savory, glorious smell. And as you peek in, you see Turok. First of all, you see a big dining room there, and there's already a couple of kobolds. Ignore this. There's already a couple of kobolds sitting around the table, and you see Turok peek his head out. He's like, you're just in time. I was about to fix up some dinner. You guys are welcome to eat if you'd like. And then he goes back into the kitchen and keeps cooking.
Well,
And
alrighty then.
when you walk into the dining room, a lot of the kobolds are very excited because Turok is in the kitchen.
Mako like food.
So you guys get to join him for dinner?
Indeed.
I hope you didn't steal Tarak's spot there.
As a high up, I should always sit at the front of the table.
I don't know. I think Mako's military rank might give him a foot there, but nah.
Elcor's just going to look at the kobolds that sit next to him and ask again if any of them are familiar with the story of Napu.
We don't know Napu.
So you guys all the kobolds start streaming in, and then you guys see Renara, and she comes over to right beside Roland and just looks at him and says,
Can I help
she just
you?
kind of looks at him and clears her throat.
Yes.
Mako think you in her spot.
Fine.
Where's his name Blep, right?
Blep is not here.
Okay, I was gonna say where's Blep.
You guys
Is he
ask
here?
questions about his dagger, and he is very wary about the entire party, so he is not here.
I was gonna say, is he here? Because I'm asking about a dagger again.
So, you suddenly hear footsteps approaching, and you look up and you see Turok with a steaming bowl of vegetable stew being placed before you. As the bowl touches the table, the warm, comforting scent of stew reaches your nose and your mouth begins to water. You lean in and inhale deeply, savoring the rich, earthy aroma of the vegetables and herbs that have been cooked to perfection. The steam rises from the bowl, carrying it with it the tantalizing sense of tender chunks of carrots, potatoes, and onions mixed with the hearty flavors of celery and garlic. The broth is thick and flavorful, infused with a delicate blend of spices that make your taste buds tingle with anticipation. As you guys take your first bite, the warmth of the stew fills you up, and you can feel it spreading through your body, nourishing you from within. And let's see here.
And it is 9:55 at night. You don't need to be making us hungry, okay?
It's 10:55 for me.
Let's see here. And as you guys take your first bite and inhale it and spread throughout your entire body, all of your hit point maximum goes up by 5.
Temporary?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
Basically, you just had aid cast on you.
Okay, so
Oh,
that
so
should be
temporary.
temporary.
Your it's for the duration. So for the next 8 hours, maximum hit points and your current hit points increases by 5.
Well, if
For the
they
next
wanna
8
give it
hours.
to us permanently, we're not gonna say no.
And then Turok just looks at everybody and says, "I hope you enjoy the meal." And then he goes back in the kitchen.
I quite did. Viper's important to a dragonborn of my age.
So as you guys are sitting there, Renara is actually going to move down, and she's going to sit on the other side of the table. And she's just going to lean forward. She finished her stew, but she's going to lean and she's going to look at Elcor. You, sir, are a mystery.
How so?
All my life, I've heard stories of the chromatics and the metallics. And here you are, metallic, breaking bread with a chromatic. You're just a mystery to me. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a historian. I work in the library. I've been reading all my life. This place, it honestly, it amazes me, it intrigues me. I have, unfortunately, been having a few, unpleasant nightmares about darkness enshrouding the land and all, so on and so forth. I brought my concerns to the library, and, they don't think it's anything to worry about, but they allowed me to come out and explore on my own, make sure everything was in tip-top shape, and yeah, so that's why I'm here. The rest of this crew was on the boat with me, and they all seem to be well-mannered individuals. My main focus is just making sure that everyone is taken care of properly.
So you're a healer.
Yes, indeed I am.
Who do you worship?
Oh, well, that's simple. The Great Platinum Dragon.
You worship Bahamut as well.
Well, yes. I mean, who else would I worship?
Again, this confuses me. Why a chromatic would worship a metallic.
Well, Bahamut is the bringer of life.
And without a second word, you guys have all finished eating. Without a second word, Renara stands and turns to Elcor. Please come with me. And then she invites all of you to follow her.
Yoink.
And then she'll lead you. And as you guys pass, Elcor, try to stay on task. But as you guys pass, you'll see a giant library. But she walks
Elcor.
past it. Because he's a librarian.
Mm-hmm.
Elcor is going to get slightly distracted, but we'll start to walk in and then realize that he's being left behind, and we'll turn. And I need to do something real quick.
You're lucky Roland didn't get stuck in there.
Uh-oh.
Do you think
Is that a hip check?
Do you think that a 10 is good enough for me to not accidentally run into the door frame as I very quickly rotate?
No.
Okay, well I do.
Let
In
me
that
grab
case,
Let me grab my D4s just a second.
I like the
take one
hip check.
You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
okay, then I will take one of the temporary hit points off, and I will follow suit, rubbing my head.
Okay. According to Aid, they're not temporary hit points. It specifically does not say temporary hit points. It says your current hit point maximum and your current hit points increase by 5 for the duration.
Oh.
Yeah, what the
But
duration is.
your hit point actually does go up. Your hit point maximum does go up. So if during the next 8 hours you heal up to the new maximum, it's not temporary hit points.
Right, but there's no way to change that on ours, so we would add them
Yes,
as
there is.
temporary.
Yeah, you
If
can
you
change your
click
max.
on your hit
You can
points,
override your max HP.
Yep.
Oh.
If you
Just
click on
add
your
5
hit
to
points down in override max HP, you just whatever your hit point is, put the new amount in there,
Okay.
and your new max HP will be that amount.
Alright, max HP go is 15.
And then at the end of the 8 hours, if you whatever numbers are in that box, if you remove it, it'll go back to what your hit point maximum was before.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
All right, so you guys follow her as she leads you into this open air temple. And Elcor, the second you see this statue, you immediately know that it is the human form.
I'm sorry, you broke up there. What was that?
The second you see the statue in the middle of the room, you immediately notice that it is the human form of Bahamut.
Oh. Okay, then I'm going to walk up and examine the statue. Just look at it. A little bit out of breath. I'm gonna kind of put my hand on my knee and catch my breath and look over.
Does anyone have detect magic?
No.
Yeah.
No, but I have
I
Our,
thought about it,
High
but I
Arcana.
didn't take it.
No, this would be specifically a spell called detect magic.
Yep, I thought about that too and did not take it either.
So, this is a temple that I built to Bahamut, the great platinum dragon. He is the patron and progenitor of metallic dragons. Adventurers and dragons alike pray to Bahamut to uphold honor and justice, or when they need courage to face a great threat. He seldom interferes in the affairs of creatures, though he makes exceptions to help the machinations of Tiamat the Dragon Queen and the evil dragons that serve her.
I'm sure the rest of you are familiar with Tiamat, or with both Tiamat and Bahamut.
Is everyone? So do you guys know who Tiamat and Bahamut are?
Big dragons. Mm-hmm.
Hey, Roach, I was mistaken. I did
Big old
grab that.
dragons.
It's just not prepared, so
Oh, okay.
yeah. That's why I didn't see it. I was like, it's weird, but yeah. Yeah, I know who they are.
I created Dragon's Rest to get away from the war between the chromatics and the metallics. This entire place was built as a cloister of peace. Unfortunately, the island that we're on, because of the history of dragons, it is home to some magic things that happen that can be unexplained. If I could ask you guys to, I know that Varnoth had mentioned something about a shipwreck off of the coast. Before I ask you anything greater, please investigate that shipwreck. And if you're able to figure out what happened with the shipwreck and investigate it, then when you come back, I may be able to give you information about what's happening on this island. But until then, I need to see how strong you are first.
Mako don't like the secrecy.
Would Mako like to do an insight check?
Sure. I don't think that's gonna do much.
Mako believes that Renara is telling the 100% truth.
No secrets.
According to Mako, everything that Renara says is God's truth.
God's truth.
Bahamut's truth.
Yes.
Yes. So, it's getting pretty late now. Those of you who wish, they're like she told you earlier, you can sleep down in the rooms below. You can actually sleep in the temple if you would like, although it's open air. But things are kind of winding down for the night.
Can Mako sleep in the library?
Okay.
I
Mako
think
can
those
sleep in the
hammocks
library.
are big enough for a halfling?
Probably.
Maybe.
Elcor
The
is
kobolds
going.
are about the same size.
Elcor is going to
Elcor-
kneel at the statue and begin to pray. And shortly
You're-
after beginning to pray to Bahamut, you all hear snoring.
I was gonna say give me a religion check, but never mind.
Mako's just gonna take this bench and lay on it.
I'm gonna start reading books for 4 hours.
It's gonna take
Is that your
hours.
meditation?
Nope. I go into a trance, so I only have to rest for 4 hours, so I figured I'd try to find anything of interest in this library.
1 second. So you are investigating the library?
Correct.
So, taking a closer look at the books, you find many of them detailing dragons, gods, demons, and the divine. Orcus, also known as the Tenebris, was a demon prince and purported primordial that served a master of the undead from the depths of the abyss. Returned from undeath but not technically alive, the demon lord of undeath was the multiverse's staunchest advocate for stagnation, seeking to exterminate all life, to darken and desolate all worlds, until all that remained in his static reality were undead, moved only by his will. You also find a book about Tiamat, the lawful evil dragon, goddess of greed, queen of evil dragons, the eternal rival of her brother Bahamut, ruler of the good metallic dragons. Tiamat had one head for each primary color of common chromatics. Each head was able to operate entirely independently of each other and had the powers of a member of the respective race of dragon. So those are the 2 books that you find.
Okay, so I feel like my guys already read about Tiamat, so I'm gonna take that first book and set it on the table after reading both of those, because I've been reading for decades. So I read pretty quickly, and then I will go into my trance.
Alright, so you're in a trance. Where's everyone sleeping?
Mako's gonna sleep on this bench right here in the library.
Alright, you're in a trance. Gerald is in the kitchen.
I was gonna say, is Gerald sleeping in the
He's sleeping
kitchen?
in the kitchen.
Why not? It smells good in there.
He's gonna be prepared for breakfast.
And it'll be warm.
Guahir, it looks like, is sleeping in the temple as well. I go to the pillar and look out at the horizon and snuggle down to sleep. Alright, so, let's see here. Give me someone roll me a d20.
Okay.
Just a straight d20.
Yay. It's a 10.
Okay. Someone roll me. That's the first couple hours go by just fine. Someone else roll me a d20. Someone besides Roland.
And should be coming through.
Ma'am.
There it goes.
So you guys went to bed around 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, somewhere in that general area. Somewhere around midnight, you guys suddenly hear screaming. And
Sorry,
you look
my
down
bed
the
rolls.
mountain.
From around
And
when?
you,
Sorry.
Around
somewhere
midnight.
around midnight, you guys hear screaming. Your eyes are jolted awake by screams from down below. Peering out, you can see 2 familiar residents. You see Tarak and Blep running for their lives up the lower path. Their fishing equipment discarded behind them, blood and dirt stain their robes, and 4 zombies follow behind them closely. Blep screams out,
Don't worry! My good luck with Magic Dragon will save us!
and it's quite clear that they're in trouble. So as you guys look, you can see Blep is not looking too good. Tarak looks okay, but the zombies are getting very close to them.
Okay. So from this point, well, maybe. From this point,
Yep.
What kind of distance are we looking at? between here
This
and-
is fairly accurate. So you're looking at 150 feet, but it's like it's kind of a sheer. If you can only almost imagine, I mean, the way this is set up, because this temple has kind of an overhang. This would almost be a straight straight drop down to the pathway down below, because of the overhang of the temple. The rest of this is kind of the rest of this. Get my pointer thing. The rest of this area is like an angle. It's pretty steep angle though, an angle cliff. So I don't know angles. 50
Right.
degree, 45 degree,
Right, and you said
moving
from,
down.
You said from that point to there is what, 150 feet?
From the edge to the zombies is 140 feet. From you, where you're standing, to the zombies is about 150 feet.
Okay, so from the edge is 140. Okay, just out of range. Oh, actually,
Are
no.
we in initiative, or can we like run?
Um,
'Cause I hear these screams and I start.
As soon as you guys hear the screams, I'm gonna give you guys a reaction to run or cast a long range spell if it's in range. Before we
let's
start rolling
see.
initiative, I'm gonna start rolling initiative for the zombies.
Okay.
Okay.
How far would you
how
say
far
we
can I?
run?
Yeah.
I would like to come up to the ledge and fire with my crossbow. Got a max range of 320 feet.
Perfect. Which zombie? Wait, you can't see them yet. Sorry, just a second. Because I was hiding them while I was making. So this is zombie 1, zombie 2, zombie 3, and zombie 4.
Let's do the one closest to the kobold because he's my friend at this point.
All right, zombie 2.
Yes. All right, so we're gonna. So 15.
15 definitely hit.
Okay. And 4 points of piercing.
4 points of piercing damage. All right.
Would you say everybody on this ledge could make it to like right here where I put my character?
Let's see here. Who's talking?
Roland.
Roland, yeah. Those of you who are up, I'd say you probably get enough distance to get down as far as Roland. Take off
So I
split
was
as
just
soon as
in
you
the
hear it.
hammocks. How far could I get?
I think
You're in the hammocks.
We can go
you
that
can
far,
get.
you can
You
get
can
to
probably
it.
get up to the statue. You can probably get up to the
Okay.
statue if you're in the hammocks.
So
Oh yeah, you gotta get out of the hammock. We all know how that goes.
rolled out. So would I be close enough? 60 feet? Do you think?
I can measure it
For
you.
what?
No.
From
Nope.
Blep.
Oh, nope.
Mm.
He's at 89, 90
No. Damn. Okay.
Would Neural be able to shoot them with a longbow?
feet. What's the distance?
Yeah, longbows have crazy
600
distance.
feet?
Is it?
What'd you say?
600 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Elcor went for the one behind Blep, correct?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for zombie number 1 behind Tarak.
Okay.
Ooh,
8 will hit.
it will?
Yeah.
They have
Their
very
AC
low
is 8.
AC.
Their AC is 8. So 4 points of damage. All right. So now everybody roll initiative.
Damn. So many low rolls.
Good God. Oh, alright. I see you.
Yeah, I got a low roll this time.
Oh, Mitch wants to know if he could slide down the slope safely.
I would say you're more than welcome to try. It would be a. What would it be?
Athletics or acrobatics?
It would be an acrobatics. Well, I will give you a choice between athletics and acrobatics. Yeah, go ahead and give me an athletics check. 12? Ooh. So where you started here.
That's a pretty steep slope.
Yep. You are able to make it down, but in the process you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage. So that would put him right around here. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. No, I'm going to let you backtrack that. This is not a slope. Underneath the temple overhangs. I told him
But the
earlier, that is a
cliff.
straight drop. That's not a slope.
So he'd have to
If
come
you wanna-
back here first.
Yeah, he'd have
right?
to come back here and then run and then slide down here. But if you go off the edge right there, that's a straight drop.
Cannonball.
So do you want to take that back and exit the temple a little bit and then slide down the slope there? Or are you just gonna, cliff dive? Because we can. Yeah, I'm not jumping off a cliff. All right, so we'll say that he went down here and then slid down, took 2 points of bludgeoning damage, so he's right here behind Iolo.
Right here.
So we've got initiative for everybody. Let me double check one thing. There's a +2, so that's 6. And then let me look at initiative for everybody. So, Guahir has a 20 for his initiative.
Okay, so if that's a sheer cliff, does that mean that the distance is still 150, or does that mean...
No, it's... yeah, I already told you 150.
Okay.
So we'll stick with that. Just a second. So Gerald gets a 7. Actually, I'm just gonna... It's easier to do it this way. Gerald... Elcor, what's your initiative?
It looks like Elcor got 11, just like
11?
Mako.
Yeah.
Iolo?
7.
7. Mako?
11.
11. Roland?
10.
10. All right, Elcor and Mako, what is your dex bonus? Your dex,
Dex is a 1.
Mako, what's your dex?
+2.
+2? All right, so Mako is going to go first before Elcor. And Iolo and Gerald, what is your dex modifier?
3.
Gerald is a +3.
You're, Gerald, you're +3 also?
Yes.
Okay. Iolo answered first, so she'll go first.
Like it. I like it.
All right, so top of the order we have Guahir. You are up first after your stunning and almost painless display of fortitude rolling down the hill.
Iolo takes notes.
Yeah, that would be good for your
Promising.
book.
It was very heroic.
Let's see here. I cannot see what he's typing. Just a moment, I'm trying to write it.
No, you're good. He's still
Oh,
typing.
he's still typing.
Okay.
He's not.
Yeah, let me know when he says something, because I gotta write down
He
everything.
did. He said, I try for a dashing smile, then run as close as I can, take out a javelin and throw it at the closet?
Closest.
My brain
Nice.
said closet. I was like, why are you throwing it at the closet?
Do it. Give me that javelin shot.
Dyslexia is a pain.
You said as close as you can. Your movement's what, 30 feet? No.
Yep.
Okay.
He should be close enough to toss it at any of them anyway.
Yeah.
Somebody moved me, not.
I didn't do it, but I'll move you back. All right. Let's see that javelin throw. Oh, 18.
That definitely hits.
Yeah.
Which one are you aiming at?
You said the closest one, so I'd assume that'd
So
be
it'd be
2, right?
Yeah,
one or
that'd be
two,
2.
yeah.
So 18 definitely hits. Now just remember, that javelin is no longer in your possession. It is sticking out of the zombie. So if you put that javelin back,
He probably has more than one.
8 points of damage. Awesome. All right, next up is zombie number 4. And zombie number 4 is going to run up and he's going to attack Blep.
Yeah.
That is going to be 9 plus, let's see here. 9 plus 3, so it'll be 10, 12. That just hits. And, that's going to be 6 points of bludgeoning, and you guys know it goes down. So Blep is now unconscious. All right, next up is zombie. That was zombie number 4. Next up is Blep, so he's going to make a death saving throw. And he rolls an 11, so that is 1 success.
Awesome.
All right, next up is Tarak. And Tarak, seeing this zombie take down his very good friend Blep, that is going to royally piss him off. He gets a multi-attack, and he gets 3 dagger attacks. So he's going to... Let's roll 3 d20s. That's going to be a 16, a 12. Actually, it's plus 5 to hit. So it's going to be a 21, a 17, and a 17. All 3 of those hit. And it's 1d4 plus 3 per dagger. Where's my d4s? I had a bag of d4s. Where'd they go? Who stole my d4?
Sorry, it was crunchy.
It was Will Wheaton.
Mako
Yeah.
stole them.
So that's going to be 3 d4s. So that's, each one has a plus 3. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, wait. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 points of damage
Dang.
to this
Also,
zombie.
we have not completed a short rest or a long rest yet, right?
Correct.
You got
This
2
is about-
hours and 2.
This is about halfway. Now, we got 4. We got 4.
Oh, okay.
A long rest.
A long rest for me.
So, let's see.
You were reading first.
That was
weren't you?
17 points
Oh.
of damage to zombie. And they do not get back up. They are dead.
We need to recruit him.
Who's dead?
The
Zombie
zombie 4.
4.
Okay, good. I was right.
All right,
Blep.
so next up is Mako. Which it looks like Mako. So by the way, for your action and then a bonus action, you can use a dash. So on each of your turns, you can go up to 60 feet if you don't do actions. Or double your
Oh.
movement speed, whatever your movement speed is.
It would be 30, so double would be 60.
Yep. So you can move up to 60 feet if you do nothing else on your turn. Is that what you're going to do, Mako?
Yep, I'm gonna move about 60 feet.
Which would put you about here.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep.
Next up is Elcor. Are you still staying up top, taking pot shots?
So Elcor is going to use his 50 foot of rope and is going to tie it to one of the pillars, tie it around his waist, and cliff dive.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Now he's
all
really
right.
gonna break a hip.
Roland can see this, right?
I would say
Let's see
so.
here.
Probably.
That's
he
Do a
basically
flip,
just-
you old dragon.
That's 50 foot of rope, so that's gonna get you 50 foot down. You still got 100 feet to go.
Right.
So basically, you're just gonna bungee jump
Yeah.
and be
Just
hanging
hang
from
there.
rope.
Without the bungee part.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
It's just
All
gonna
right,
be
so
great G-force.
Nah. After
give me a. God, what is this gonna be?
Constitution.
Give me a dexterity saving throw. No, yeah, Constitution. Give me a Constitution saving throw. We're gonna see how well your body can hold up to the sudden jolt at the end of that rope.
He's gonna break a hip.
And a half.
Oh God! So you leap off, and at the end of that rope, you kind of go oh, and you take 3 points of
Hit-winded.
bludgeoning damage from the rope. The sudden stop of the rope, and now you're hanging there, 50 feet down.
I was dying.
Hold on a second.
We're gonna have to rescue him after this is over.
All right. So 50
Who-
feet down. Since I've done that, I'm going
At the end
to.
of that line, yeah, there you go. You're hanging from a 50-foot rope.
All right. So that gets me close enough. I'm going to. Which one of these zombies is not dead in the front?
This one is alive. This one is. Hold on a second.
It's 2 and
That
1
was
are
not-
alive. 4's dead. What
Yeah,
you
this
said?
one is dead.
Oh, 2's dead?
No, dang it. I'm
You said
getting
4
messed
was
up.
dead.
4 is dead.
Okay.
Ignore everything else except 4 is dead.
Then I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt on Zombie 1.
Nice. Roll an attack for me.
That
That
made it.
definitely hits.
Okay. $16 radiant damage.
All right. So you guys watch.
Poor zombie.
Rated.
You guys watch as Elcor takes a flying leap. He ties off a rope, just puts his arms out, does a cliff dive. You hear this. He hits the end of the rope and he's hanging there, and he just extends his hand, and bright white, yellowish white light just darts out like a laser, hits Zombie 1, and turns it into a pile of ash. It's gone. It's, in fact, you know what? It's gone.
So Iola is definitely taking notes of that.
That's
When
the
you feel bad
coolest
for
thing.
the enemy.
Oh my god. That was phenomenal.
Obliterated.
Um, Thank you so much, Beard.
She did not expect this from the old man.
Alright.
So
Roland.
Iola is pretty. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's like the underdog hero.
Roland, you're up.
I can't really do anything besides dash, which will put me in front of that door.
Yep.
So, dash.
Do it. And next up is Zombie 3. And Zombie 3 is just going to run up and attack Tarak. Maybe 15 plus 3 is 18. And that will hit for 3 points of bludgeoning damage. Let's see here. All right, so next up is that was zombie number 3. Next up is Iola.
Yeah, so she's gonna move up right behind. Right here, which should put her close enough to. Oh, son of a.
What's your range?
60 feet for what I.
It's 70 to the nearest one to you.
No. Not to the zombies, to
Oh,
blood.
65, that's even worse. That hurts even.
Luckily, you were able to get. Luckily, you were able to get to here.
Okay. So I'm gonna cast Healing Word on Blip.
Okay.
I'm going to. The word is going to be dagger. Make him
6 points of healing. All right. So you see as she reaches her hand out, a glow starts to form around Blep, and you see his wounds start to heal. He is still prone. Let's see here. So I'm gonna. Yep. See, he is still prone, but he does have hit points now. He's no longer unconscious. So next up is. So that was your action. Do you have a bonus action?
Well, that was technically a bonus action, but
You're right. So
I'm
you
not
have an
quite.
action.
I'm not quite close enough to cast Vicious Mockery on the zombies, so.
All right, Gerald, it's on you.
I'm going to fire with my longbow again.
Do it.
Which
Who are you
zombie?
hitting?
Ooh, nice.
That definitely hits.
We are
You hitting zombie 3 or zombie 2?
We're gonna go with zombie number 3.
Okay.
Ooh, for 11 damage.
Nice. 11 damage to zombie 3. All right. So next up is zombie 2, and he's actually gonna run up. And he saw the. No, actually, zombies are not that smart. He still thinks that Blep is dead, so he's gonna take a shot at Turok.
Keep your eyes closed, Blip.
16. And that is going to hit Turok for 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Dang.
Let's see here. Next up is Guahir. You gonna take another javelin shot? Since you have 4 left. Luckily, Elcor did not zot your javelin out of existence. Another javelin is zombie 2. Do it. Excuse me. That will hit. Very nice. 7 points of damage. It is not looking good at all. Alright, so that was Guahir. And Blep is going to stand up. And he's going to turn around to zombie 2. I ain't no scared of zombies. And then he is going to take a shot with his dagger. He actually gets advantage because he has pack tactics, because Turok is standing right there. And he is going to crit. So his 1d4 becomes 2d4. I need 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points of damage to
Got this,
zombie
Blip.
2. Actually, which zombie is he? Yeah, he's attacking zombie 2. And zombie 2 is not looking good. And next up is Turok, and he will take another flurry of blows. Zombie 2. Let's see here, because he gets multi-attack. So 1 attack on zombie 2, and I'm going to do these one at a time. Actually, no, failure. 15 plus 5 would be 20, so that'll definitely hit. And that's also a failure. Awesome. Crappy dice. So he gets 1d4 plus 3 piercing damage, 2, 3, 5, which is just enough. He's attacking zombie 2. So that did 5 damage. And the zombie does not get back up. Zombie 2 is dead. Alright, so next up is Mako. There's only one zombie left.
Well,
And
Mako's
there's
gonna
zombie
keep
3.
dashing.
Keep dashing, Mako.
That's about as far as Mako can get.
Alright, so next up is Elcor. Hanging from the rope, buddy.
All right. So Elcor, how does the cliff look? Does it look like it's something I could attempt to climb down, or does it look like
Okay, just
I should
remember,
just
you're
hang onto the
hanging.
rope?
Straight
You're hanging in
drop off.
open. You're hanging in open. You're still 100 feet from the ground,
Right.
and you're hanging in open. There's no.
Okay,
okay,
so there's
so,
no
hold on,
cliffside that I can.
wait. No, let me see, because I said it sloped up. So, let's say that you are 30 feet from that cliffside. That's about a 45-degree angle. So you could drop the remaining 50 feet and slide down the rest of the cliff. You'd have to get a pretty good either athletics or acrobatics check. We'll say the DC for that is going to be like a 16. If you would like to attempt that.
Elcor is determined to go back in a wheelchair.
I think Elcor's
gonna-
actually going to stay on the rope, and is just
Alright.
going to use a crossbow against the last remaining one. So
All right,
Wise.
good.
we've got a dragonborn
Careful,
pinata
man.
shooting.
Dragonborn pinata. Yes.
All right, so that's
That'll hit.
11 and 5 piercing.
Alright, so 5 piercing damage. And you'll notice the crossbow bolt goes into the zombie's head. It drops and it does not get back up. Guys,
Woohoo.
you did a fantastic job. So the combat is over. And we still have a dragon pinata.
Yes, we've done it.
So
Look,
did
I did some great work here. Just saying.
did Track take any damage?
Tarak did take some damage. He's about, let's see here. 27.
And how's
He's about 10 points down, and
How's
Blep is healed back up to full.
oh okay, so he barely had any health.
He had hardly any.
See? What dagger magic?
So
And then
I
Tarak is
will
going to turn to him. Yes, Blep, you saved my life, my friend. Great job. And then, are you going to give him a
Actually-
healing word as he walks by?
I was thinking of giving it to Elcor up there.
Oh, okay.
Technically
So
not in
he's-
range anymore, but
They're going to go
Uh,
back to their
we're out of
rooms,
combat.
and then, but before he leaves, Tarak is going to walk up to you, Iolo, and he's going to take out a mushroom that he has in his pocket, and he's going to start munching on it. And he's going to look at her and look at Iolo and say, "This is my last heart cap." And then he takes a bite of it, and you can see it kind of heals some of his wounds. The heart cap mushroom does. This is why I implore you guys, please visit that cave. These zombie attacks are going to keep happening. We need to have those healing potions. Please, as soon as you guys get a chance.
we'll do our best.
So before we finish out the long rest, how are we dealing with the dragon pinata?
I cast healing word at him for 4.
Okay.
Okay. Guahir, you go get your javelins back.
Elcor is going to wiggle around a little bit, realizing that he tied the knot on the rope in the front, but whenever he impacted, it rolled around to the back, and so he can't reach it. And he's just going to give up and take a nap hanging from the cliff.
Should we leave him? He looks cozy.
I'm just standing up here staring down at him.
Are you going to try to pull the rope?
for the old man?
We could
Me?
go up there and cut him
No.
down.
Are you going to try to pull him up?
I'm gonna yell down. Somebody may want to come grab this pinata.
Put him down and I'll catch him.
Mako's gonna help him catch you.
Okay. Okay, is that what you guys are
Okay.
doing?
I will cut the rope.
I guess so.
All right.
God.
All right, hold on a second.
This is gonna go great.
This is how
Okay, I said
real
earlier.
we die.
Let me look something up real quick.
I debated on getting Featherfall, and now I wish I had.
Okay, so are you guys cutting the rope?
I am. I
You
cut
could
the
just untie it.
Rope. Nope.
So
Uh,
he
I
cuts
cut it
the
like-
rope.
I cut it like right where it's
Make it look
like
cool.
Cutting
tied,
it is
so
more dramatic.
Yeah, I'm cutting
gotta
it
cut
right
it
where
out
it'll
with, like,
unwrap
Iola,
just a
Iola
little
makes
bit.
notes. Iola makes
Go
notes
for
of
it.
that.
Gardening scissors.
Oh, God.
Heroes need to be dramatic, so Iola makes note of that, like a
You
positive note.
lost like 4 inches of rope, whatever size knot that is. That's what you lost.
Okay.
Oh God. So you guys
And
cut
maybe
the
your
rope.
wife.
Elcor's sleeping, so he cannot roll any kind of dexterity
It's
saving throw or anything
he's
like that.
he can ragdoll. He'll take less damage that way. That's how
Okay.
it works.
There he's as I explained earlier, he has a 40-foot drop from the edge from the 50-foot 50 degree angle of the rest of the cliff. So from the 40-foot drop, he takes 13 points of bludgeoning damage,
Ooh.
which basically brings him to 0 hit points.
No,
As he can.
I have 2.
Oh, that's right. The freaking
The
plus
extra
5
5.
from aid.
Yep.
So as you roll down the hill, you take 1 more point of bludgeoning damage, and you land right in front of Yolo with 1 hit point.
Ow.
I'm gonna yell down to them. I thought y'all were gonna catch.
Yo, they can't catch because there's a cliff underneath him. They
I
can
was
catch
just
him as
going
he
off what
rolls
they
down.
They said.
Okay,
Didn't say we were gonna catch him.
just so you guys know, and for future reference, it's 1d6 per 10 points of falling. He fell 40 feet, so I rolled 6. If it hadn't been for aid, then he would have hit 0 hit points, and then when he landed down, he would have taken 2 death saving throws. He would have had 1 death saving throw left. He has almost killed the dragon.
I'm just gonna
However,
slowly walk
that
away from
whole
the cliff
tie
edge here.
the rope off and cliff dive was the single greatest thing, just about the single greatest thing that I've ever seen. That was phenomenal. The cliff dive with the guiding bolt zot while hanging from the rope. Oh my god, phenomenal.
Elcor
Alright, so
is going to go to the nearest bed and cry and sleep.
So
Mako's gonna
sorry.
come.
you guys finish out the rest of the night. You guys go back and after laughing and crying and marveling at Blep and congratulating him on a job well done, you guys find a place, go back to sleep, and you finish out. Go ahead and take your long rest. Now, we are going to go ahead and end. We're getting ready to end this session. But as far as next steps, you guys have a decision to make amongst yourselves, which we can do that now, or we can RP it when you guys wake up.
That also ends our extra 5 HP, right?
That's
Yeah.
what I was
Correct.
just about to ask.
So you have 2 options that they've been asked of you that have been asked of you for our next session. One is to go to Seagrow Caves, investigate the Myconids, figure out how to get to where Tarot can get access to cat mushrooms so that he can continue making healing potions. The other will be to go and investigate the cursed shipwreck that is continually producing all of these zombies that keep washing up on the shore.
I would say we need to RP that out, and I think
Yep,
there's only
we're-
2 of us that know about the healing potions.
Okay, so let's
Yeah,
say that you guys
Rick just
finish your
told
night.
me,
Finish your.
so.
Let's go ahead and say that you finish your long rest, and then you guys go and meet for breakfast in the dining hall. And as you're walking into the dining hall, you expect to see Tarak in the kitchen, hard at work, and you guys are super excited to have another meal served to you by Tarak. But as you walk in and seat around the table, you notice a smell. It's not the same smell. It's not even a good smell, but it's a smell, and it's coming from the kitchen. And you guys in there see one of the other kobolds, and they bring out a bowl, a giant pot, and place some bowls before you. And then he just takes this gray mush and just slops it into your bowl. I hope you like it, and then runs back into the kitchen.
Goulash, my favorite.
Can I make an insight check to see if this is edible?
You
Like
read
a-
my
like a
mind.
medicine
You read my
check?
mind.
Actually,
Well-
I would do a medicine check. I would
Okay.
do a medicine check.
Even better then.
It's not going to do much for you, but it is edible. There's nothing in there that's going to kill you. It's not going to taste good. It's mostly like, there's like you can see a pine cone in there, and you can see some leaves and some other things. Definitely not going to taste good. It's not going to be filling. It's nasty, but it's not going to hurt
like
you.
my serving.
If I were you, I would eat one of your rations rather than that.
Yeah, Iola is used to more decadent food than this, so she's just gonna gently push it aside.
So now that you guys are sitting around the table, do you want to tell, I guess it's Roland, do you want to tell the rest of the party about the healing potions?
It's Roland and Iola.
Oh yeah. Tarak was very insistent on some mushrooms.
Yes,
Though I don't really know exactly where. He just told me that we needed to get some mushrooms.
yeah, he filled me in on that when I spoke with him earlier. There's 2 paths we can take. However, there seems to be a pretty decent monster there that we may have to deal with. One pathway is 3 hours long, the other is 2. I would say we should take the 3-hour pathway because the 2-hour leads us along the coastline, which we've already dealt with zombies twice now. And I think that would just not benefit us, especially because we'd have to swim if it's high tide, and I don't know when that is.
And zombies no like Mako.
But I feel that we should do that quest first. Having somebody who can make healing potions would be beneficial to us.
Yes.
Especially for
Especially-
our geriatric friend there.
I was gonna say, especially when we have elderly dragonborn jumping from cliffs.
Look, I know I'm no spring chicken like I used to be, but if worst comes to worst, I can always heal myself a little bit. I am gifted in medicine. But
Oh, don't get me
yes.
wrong, Grandpa, that was amazing.
Well, thank you.
I will say I do have some information on Runara's quest that I believe is relevant. There's a book in the library I think Elcor should take a look at.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. I'll be happy to take a look at it.
Are you giving him the book about Tiamat?
No, the other one.
Are you actually giving it to me, or do we need to go to the library for
We
it?
need to go to the library because I left it on the table and then there was a scream.
Okay. Elcor is staring at his food. He's going to sigh a little bit, smile at the kobold, and swig it down and chew on the pine cone and follow you out to the library.
Pine cone. Fiber's good
Well,
for you.
it shows you a book that talks about a man named Orcus, also known as Tenebris, was a demon prince and purported primordial that served as master of the undead from the depths of the abyss. Returned from undeath, but not technically alive, the demon lord of the undeath was the multiverse's staunchest advocate for stagnation, seeking to exterminate all life, to darken and desolate all worlds, until all that remained in his static reality were undead, moved only by his will.
Okay. Do I need to roll any kind of checks to make sure that I've got?
That's the only information that you get,
Okay.
unfortunately.
It just
Roll to remember.
no. See, Roland reads books like no tomorrow, so I'll remember it. / I'll ask Roach a million times about it.
Ah!
But
That's pretty.
I'm gonna say this to Elcor. I feel like this pertains to a certain issue this island is having.
Yes, it would make sense for one of the Lords of Death to be responsible for the undead.
I just figured we should know, at least one or two of us should know what we're dealing with. There is a book about Tiamat here, but you being a librarian, I figured you'd already know
Oh yes.
as much as you can about him.
Yes, I know quite a bit about Tiamat. Being as how we are kind of at odds with her anyway, as followers of Bahamut. Know thine enemy.
I believe that's all that's relevant here. I still think we should deal with the potions first. I feel like that would be the most advantageous for us.
Very well, very well. You said you did find the pathways. You know where you're going?
Yes, what's his name again? Tarak told me about both pathways, and I'm gonna relay it / Roach everything you said earlier.
Okay, so let's see here. So when it comes to the Seagrow Caves, and just to give you all a little bit more information,
What we can do is we can actually head back to them so we can discuss that
So-
further.
Yeah.
Here
so we'll
you
discuss
are
this in
in-
front of everyone.
Yep. So here you are in Dragon's Rest. So what he was saying is that if you take a boat, it'll take you along here all the way around the point to Seagrow Caves, and it kind of comes into here a little bit. You can also run along the cliffs and go across that way. If you take the rowboat, that'll take you about 3 hours around the tip of the island, all the way over to Seagrow Caves. If you take the cliffs across the top, that'll take you about 2 hours to get across there.
Oh,
The
then
most
it's a
important thing
2-hour
to
one.
remember is is when you get there, because someone give me a nature check. Call it that.
Let's not make it be the dragon.
Iolo.
I'll do it.
Iolo is not a nature person.
Oh,
Gerald got a
Gerald got a
17.
17. Perfect. So, Gerald, you know that the tide shifts every 6. From midnight to sunrise, it's low tide. Sunrise to noon, it's high tide. Noon to sunset, it's low tide, and sunset to midnight, it's high. So, in order to avoid swimming into the caves, you need to either get there from between midnight and sunrise, or between noon and sunset. So that way the water will be low enough where you can walk into the caves without having to swim.
But we just don't want to be there in like the middle of the day.
Yep, anywhere between sunrise to noon or sunset to midnight. The first half of the day or late evening, you don't want to be there
6 to
because
12
then
and
you'll have
12
to swim into the
or-
caves.
Yeah. 6 to
Either 12 to 6 or
That's it.
either 12 to 6. Midnight to 6 a.m. or noon to 6 p.m. Either way. Those are the key points that you want to try to get to Seagrow Caves.
Okay, so I had those flipped, so we should do the 2-hour one.
The one that goes across the island.
Yes, and I'm going to explain to them why I think that is because of the shipwrecks and everything that's been going on is going across the island might be a little bit safer.
Sure.
I agree with going across. No, Mako agrees.
All right, so you guys are going to go to Seagull Caves, and we will do that next Wednesday. We're going to go ahead and end the session right here.